This video is sponsored by Squarespace. What's up guys, Sal here. So as of now, the Galaxy Z Fold 3 is the best foldable device that Samsung has to offer. But that doesn't mean it's the perfect foldable phone right now. In fact, far from it. Although it offers features you won't find in normal flagships such as a big display with a huge surface area and much more advanced multitasking capabilities. But it also lacks a lot of the high-end functionality that other cheap flagship devices have built in. But with the launch of the Galaxy Z Fold 4, Samsung is finally fixing this issue later this year. Today we have new reports from credible sources that mention 3 new big upgrades Samsung is bringing to the Galaxy Z Fold 4. The first one is the camera. You see, despite being the most expensive mainstream smartphone on Samsung's roster, the Z Fold 3 doesn't have the best cameras around. But that is changing this year. The cameras on the Z Fold 4 will be borrowed from the Galaxy S22 series. Galaxy Club, who have a great track record, reports that there will be 2 big notable upgrades in the camera system. The first one is the telephoto camera. It will be the 10 megapixel telephoto on the S22, S22 Plus and the S22 Ultra. This means the Z Fold 4 will have a 3x optical zoom setup, a nice step up over the measly 2x zoom on the Z Fold 3. The next one is the selfie camera. The Z Fold 4 will borrow the same 10 megapixel front camera we have on the S22 Ultra. Although the report didn't mention it, it's reasonable to assume that Samsung could also adopt the 50 megapixel sensor from the S22 in the Z Fold 4 as well. Now this would also mean we may not see a periscope zoom camera on the new foldable, which is a bummer, but despite that it's still a welcome upgrade. Now before moving to the second big upgrade, let's talk about the sponsor of this video, Squarespace. Squarespace is a platform that lets you create a website in a web browser without coding and edit it easily thanks to a user-friendly content management system. 3 things I like the most about Squarespace are: the templates here are some of the most powerful yet some of the most simple I've ever used. They're also always getting updated, and also it just gives you peace of mind. You never need to worry about patching or updating a website or installing new plugins. It's all done for you behind the scenes. So go to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/techtalktv or use the coupon code TechTalkTV to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Now coming back to the video, you see, one of the big issues people have with the current foldables is that they are thick and heavy, and that's mainly due to the hinge mechanism. Ever since the first Galaxy Fold, Samsung has been using a dual hinge design. Using 2 hinges provided that structural integrity for the foldables, but it also increased the thickness and weight, not to mention the cost. But with the Z Fold 4, Samsung has shifted to a different hinge supplier, and apparently this new hinge is strong enough that Samsung has decided to use a single hinge instead of 2. This would result in a lighter and thinner device and would also cut costs. Now whether or not Samsung would pass on the savings to the consumers remains to be seen, but this is surely a big step in making foldables appeal to more consumers. Next, both the Z Fold 4 and Flip 4 will see a big upgrade in SoC. Both will have a tweaked version of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 called 8 Gen 1 Plus. And the good news is this chip will be built by TSMC instead of Samsung. TSMC, as some of you know, is better than Samsung in manufacturing chips. Not only the TSMC manufactured chips are power efficient, but they're also more powerful than Samsung's manufactured chips, and not to mention they also don't generate excessive heat. I mean, the latest MediaTek flagship chip is made by TSMC, and although the specifications compared to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 1 are mostly the same, there's a massive difference in performance and efficiency, as you can see from Geekbench. So this means the Z Fold 4 and Flip 4 are not only going to be more powerful than the S22 Ultra, but they'll also be more power efficient and would also generate less heat. Other information about the new foldable include an integrated S Pen support, a new stronger ultra-thin glass protection called Super UTG, a better under-display camera, and display sizes that will mostly remain the same as its predecessor. Of course, for all the latest updates on the Z Fold 4, please be sure to subscribe, and as always, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace out.